Is Wizards of the Coast taking their new prices too far? Are they going to wise up and shorten their supply and reduce the amount of cards hitting the market? Well, let's find out. Stay tuned. Commander Masters has been announced for August 2023. Now they have announced some teaser cards, being the Jeweled Lotus, the Dragon, and the Capture of Xing Hao. Now all of these cards retail about $80 to $100 per card, with the original printing of Xing Hao being around $400. Is this, attempt at Wizards of the Coast to start extracting some of this value from the market? Well, let's start with what we know. We know that their pricing per box for set boosters is sitting at about $400, with draft being about $320 and their collector edition being $200 for 4 packs of cards. Yes, $200 for 4 packs of cards, which I think is going to start losing its value purely because of a little speculation that I read online stating that their new set boosters are going to be printed with 2 to 6 rares and mythics per pack. Now all of a sudden, if you start printing these large collections of $400 boxes with 30 packs, 2 to 6 rares and mythics per pack, is the collector box even worth it at this point? So we're going to have to get some more clarification on that when they start releasing more information. Now, from here on out, is pure speculation. Look at me right here. Take whatever I say with a grain of salt, and do not take it for fact, word, or any sort of confirmation. Okay? What do we know? We know that the Double Masters box sold at $325 a box when it first released last year. Now, if we look at the current price per box, we're sitting at about $265. And it hasn't even been a year yet that this product has been on the market. So did they overprint? I think so. Now, the only way they're going to be able to counteract this is if they shorten their supply. If they shorten their supply, well, how do they maintain their profit margins? Obviously, they're upping the price on the box, and they still want to put out the same number of cards per booster, or per set, I'm sorry. So they're upping the prices in their boosters, or upping their number of cards in their boosters, which effectively would do the same thing to secondary market. These will now be some serious chase cards, with these set boosters having some sort of increased value for Double Masters. But what's that going to do to the resale value of all of these things? Well, obviously they're going to tank, right? If you start putting this number of cards onto the secondary market and expect them to maintain their price, that's ludicrous. Now, this could be an attempt by Wizards of the Coast to make barrier of entry for new players more accessible for them, right? Because we have seen a push from Wizards to bring new players into the fold this past year, especially with COVID and the push for Arena. Now, all of these moves might be made so that they can maintain the profit margins on paper, but continuously achieve their results, like in their last year's earnings, when they were sitting at a margin of like 40%. That's pretty big, and they were 1/5 the revenue of Hasbro themselves. Wizards of the Coast was 1/5 of the revenue for Hasbro. So obviously they're starting to get pushed from Hasbro to maintain these profit margins. They want to see increased profit margins. They want to see increased revenue. How are they going to do that? Well, they're going to save money by cutting their supply, stop the printing or slow the printing by, let's say, 30 to 40%. Now all of a sudden your shipping and distribution costs are down 30 to 40%. You're increasing the prices per box, meaning you're maintaining your profit margins, and you're still printing the same number of rares and mythics by increasing the number inside the set booster. I think they're trying to shock us. They're trying to throw an alley-oop into the market and see what sticks. But let's be real here. I've already talked to some friends at a local game store, and they've been watching online, and it looks like the market's already rejecting their product of $400 a set booster box. I mean, why wouldn't we reject that? We're not going to spend $400 on a box. I don't even think I'm going to buy a box. I might buy a few boosters here and there, but I'm going to buy the cards separately because they're about to ruin the market. So why would I spend $400 there when I can get the cards that I want and know that I'm not risking anything? Sorry about that interruption. We had a grumpy orb over there in the corner. But anyway, to finish this off, they have already admitted that Magic 30 Anniversary was an absolute failure when they reprinted all of those, what are they? Friggin' fake cards. They're fake cards. There's nothing of value there. If you want the real card, go buy the real card, because those fake cards aren't going to do the trick. So they already admitted that the price point on those was way too high, and it flopped. So are they gonna do the same thing here, but try and make up a fake short supply and just suck the money out of the market? Well, who knows? Well, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I really appreciate all of you watching, and yeah, let's hope that Commander Masters 2023 isn't a train wreck. See you around.